second straight Stanley Cup. When the Super Bowl ended, the ball would be in the hands of Tom Brady. I don't know why we ever think it won't.
It's time for the Home Team on the TAN Talk Radio Network. The Home Team is brought to you in part by Iceman Development, LLC, a pioneer in ice rink development. By the Palm Pavilion, 10 Bay Esplanade on Clearwater Beach. By the Original Mattress Factory, with 3 Tampa Bay locations. By Mahoney's Auto Repair, 4040 Fifth Avenue North in St. Petersburg. And now, here he is, the arena voice of the Tampa Bay Lightning and Orlando Magic, and the press box voice of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Paul Porter.
Well, thank you very much, Brother Pat, and welcome to the Home Team. Glad to have you with us. Darren Vermost is sitting in today for Jason Alessi, as Jason is making one of his quarterly Disney runs, and we wish him all the best. He works very hard at Alessi Bakery, and he is certainly well-deserving of some time. And Darren, I appreciate you filling in for him while he's gone.
No, it's my pleasure. Well, we know Jason's got to rest up because he's got a big week coming up. So
yeah, for sure. His anniversary weekend coming up next weekend. We'll tell you more about that. Well, let me test you. Who won Super Bowl 38?
I'm not the Rain Man.
Okay. All right, you've proven that. But we are glad to have you here. And tip of the cap to Big Ed. I don't know how he does it, but he is. When I say Big Ed, I'm not just talking about his body stature. He is huge here at the radio station. And last night, the station took a lightning hit and knocked out some of the phone banks, but he has worked feverishly and developed a way that we will still be able to take phone calls, and we will still have you call the same number at 727-441-3000, 727-441-3000. So that is still the same. And, of course, Facebook Live, wide open for you. We've already got several people watching. Hank is tuned in, and Kevin is tuned in, and John. We appreciate all of you being there on Facebook Live. Well, so much to get to tonight. The USF head coach called it maybe the biggest night in USF sports history tonight coming up. I do remember a game when they played UCF, when UCF was number 2 in the country, I think. But tonight is going to be a huge night for the USF Bulls when they host number 8 Miami at Raymond James Stadium. You know it's a big game because they have opened up the upper deck, and that hasn't happened in quite a while. So it's good to see that the fans are turning out. Tickets have been sold. They've gone very quickly throughout the week. And to open up the upper deck, Darren, I think is a milestone again.
I think it's huge. I think that Golish has done an amazing job in a short period of time. The community is energized, and it could be a better time to have that. And when they just announced and released the renderings of the student section this week for the new stadium on campus, what more could you ask for? I mean, it's going to be electric. It's going to be great weather, and it's going to be on national TV.
Absolutely.
What more could you ask for a school?
ESPN will have the game tonight at 7 o'clock. If you're not going to the game, you can catch it on ESPN. It's going to be a historical night. And I had asked you before the show, does USF have a chance in this? And you're pretty confident in their chances.
I have no doubt that they can hang with Miami. I mean, look what they did when they went to Alabama. They were in the game till 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter when you saw the lack of depth USF had. I don't think Miami has the depth that Alabama has. Mm-hmm. I really, truly believe at home with that stadium packed and rocking, if they can hang with them to that point, I think they can finish the deal. I really do.
Good morning to Kirk, has just joined us on Facebook Live. Always good to have Kirk here, and he's a semi-regular caller to the program, so we appreciate him being with us today. And we are doing two contests today in honor of the big game for USF. We're doing our normal Bucks contest and Bucks in Denver tomorrow. We'll get to that in just a bit. But we're also doing one for the USF Miami game. So two chances to win this week with both USF Miami and the Bucks and the Denver Broncos. So we want to get your predictions on that. You can do it two ways, either calling the show the traditional way or posting your score for both games and a halftime score for both games on Facebook Live. So feel free to get your predictions in. John Bychek won the contest last week, and he nailed it. He was 1 point off. Of course, the Buccaneers winning last week in a surprise, defeating the Detroit Lions in Detroit 20-16, and John called it 20-17.
Oh.
So he was only 1 point off. He gave the Lions one more point than they ended up getting. So congratulations to John Bychek for winning the contest last week. As for the Bucks, we had a chance to hook up with Baker Mayfield again this week. And he is a little concerned about the skill level of the Denver cornerbacks.
And that's what a guy like Pat Surtain can offer a defense. It is true one-on-one, shut one side of the field down. He's that type of player. He's got unbelievable ball skills, can run with guys, understands concepts, and can read the patterns really well. So, he's a guy he's going to have his PBUs and make plays on the ball, but we have to design things to be able to get Mike some matchups other than just him. But also we trust Mike in one-on-one scenarios regardless.
Isn't it nice to have a quarterback that actually sounds like he knows what he's talking about?
That's a change.
It's not just the usual cliches, of, well, we got to score more points, and if we can get some receptions and we can do the running game, then we can win. No, he actually goes through it, and I appreciate that about Baker Mayfield. As for Mike Evans, he was talking about how much a guy like Chris Godwin helps him out.
He's one of the best receivers in the world. Glad that we have him. I've been seeing him work since he's been a rookie. I mean, he's a do-it-all guy, unselfish, can block, can do everything. Right after catch, he's looking really good this year.
So he's optimistic, and he's hoping that they can make it 3-0 by Sunday afternoon.
That's the start we wanted to be on, undefeated to start. Another opportunity here to keep it going. Got a tough team coming in that's going to play really, really hard, so we got to match that energy.
So there we have it as far as Mike Evans is concerned. And one more from Baker Mayfield. He says things have been better than expected.
For me, this is what I wanted. This is the group that, taking a chance to come here, understanding the pieces that I had and the potential that this group can have. So for me, it's there's a lot of low moments last year. So for me, it could have even been better. It's never about the individual stats anyway. It's just about trying to find ways to win. But it's been awesome so far.
So Baker Mayfield happy. Of course, there's always some things you'd like to have back, but overall, he's happy with what he has seen from the first year and a half with the Buccaneers. So,
I agree. I mean, who would have thought we'd go in to Detroit Ford Field and come out with the victory? I mean, that was not on anybody's radar of actually happening. And so my only concern for this upcoming week is, do they look past Denver to the following week? This is almost a trap game for them.
Yeah, it is. But I think it's too early in the season to be looking past anything, looking past anybody. I mean, they should win. Denver has struggled. The Bucks are, I believe, 7.5-point favorites in this game. But I don't think that they're confident. It's not like they're 7-0 and not looking ahead to the 8th game. But we'll see what happens. By the way, we've had two people enter the contest, and John in Clearwater has the Bucks winning by a final score of 30-23, and halftime score he has it 17-10 in favor of the Bucks. So that's how he sees it. And Kirk has partially entered. And when I say that, he's given us a score for the Bucks game, but he has not given us a score for the game Miami and USF. So, Kirk, if you will, get your Miami USF score in, and we will get you in the contest there as well. And you can all do the same thing as far as those of you that are entering the contest. So we'll see what happens. We'll give our predictions at the end of the program. Matt and you, Darren, and myself will tell you how we think both of these games are going to come out. The Rays are playing out the string. They're 2 games under 500. And I think one of the goals for them right now is just to finish over 500 or finish 500 or better. A lot of injuries, a lot of players being traded.
Well, I was going to say, the biggest change is the players gone at the trade deadline.
Yeah. We had the trivia question last week. There's only one player that is on the roster right now that in the bullpen that was on the roster at the start of the season. And that, of course, is Garrett Clevenger. But all in all, it's been a year of change, guys coming and going, and I always get a kick out of the guy with the jersey that has prospect on the back. It will never go out of date.
No, that's the only way to be consistent. And unfortunately, this year didn't turn out exactly how we expected following last year's amazing run. And there's only one person we can look to, and that's Stu Sternberg.
Yeah.
I mean, he got everything he wanted from the community, and then he stuck it to him, said, thank you very much. And dumped everybody.
And we were talking last week about when the new stadium is finally built in 2020 for the 2028 season, actually. Will Stu change his ways a bit and say, okay, I've got my new stadium. Now let's try and fill it up by keeping some of these players together. And that's a big question as well. How do you see it, Darren? Do you think Stu will change when the new stadium is in the ground and open for business?
Nope, not at all. I think given that he's a Wall Street guy, he's not in it for the winning the championship that I can see. He has never shown that. So I just don't see him changing all of a sudden just because he's got this nice new monument called a stadium. He needs to do it before the stadium gets here, if he's going to do it, because he's got to get the corporate community involved. He's going to have to sell those suites. He's going to have to get, more activities going on. And it's going to take part of it is going to have a solid team that's winning. And then it continues. But otherwise, he's going to be the laughing stock, and he's just going to continue to pocket his money. And, there's been rumors that he's been trying to find some buyers that have fallen through. So everything shows he's all about the money, Wall Street mentality, and that's okay. We know who he is. But if we want to win, maybe Mr. Vinnick will want to.
He just is getting out of the Lightning.
I understand. So maybe he wants to come over and straighten out the race for us.
I think he wants to just kick back and enjoy what he's done.
Money.
And he's not going to be in the bread line. That's for sure.
No.
Mike has entered both contests. Our listeners thus far, Darren, are not as optimistic as you are with USF. We've had 3 predictions, all Miami winning, and by scores of 42-20, 41-24, and 31-17. So all 3 that have entered the contest on Facebook Live have already given Miami a pretty good chance of winning.
So good for them, because that means I can win with being the only USF.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Couple of other things want to get to. The Lightning are opening training camp. They're in training camp, actually. I was actually out at Brandon meeting a client yesterday, and I got a chance to take in some of the action with the Tampa Bay Lightning. And it was nice to see Victor Hedman out there, a proud captain now of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Well-deserved. He was my choice when the trade happened. So I'm glad that he got that. I think he'll be a very well-respected captain. And good to see Jake Gensel and some of these other Moser and Milonen and players like that the Lightning hope will be able to fill up some of the gap.
It's going to be hard to fill the gap. Let's be honest. I mean, and we've got to fix some hurt feelings with the fans with the way Stammer was handled.
Good point.
So it's going to take a lot of work on the entire team to fill those gaps and to make everybody happy. They have the possibility, if they can stay healthy and they can find some solid defense this year, I think we have a chance. I mean, we know Jake can score.
You're saying there's a chance.
There is a chance. But again, can you tell me how many injuries we're going to have? I mean, that's the great unknown in hockey.
And one in particular, Andrei Vasilevsky.
Thank you very much. I was going to get to that.
How is he going to be? He looked fine yesterday. Gave up one goal in the one period of the scrimmage that he played. But that's, to me, the Lightning will go as far as Vasilevsky can take them. And I heard John Cooper say this week that he's not worried about goal scoring. He says, we'll score goals. Mm-hmm. We've got to help out Vasilevsky. We cannot leave him out to dry like we did so many times last year. So what does that mean? Maybe that means the defensemen aren't going to be as offensive defensemen as they have in years past, and maybe they're going to hang back a little bit. What do you think on that?
Well, they've got to do something because the defense was our Achilles heel. Everybody knew that, and we saw it every game. Mm-hmm. It was just everybody scouted us quite well. Let's be honest. When you saw They did their homework.
Yeah.
So, they're going to have to be a little bit less offensive minded. And so if they have to hang back a little bit, that's all right. We've got plenty of firepower. We always have had firepower. Is Hedman going to change? Nope. And why would he? I mean, look where he's at. He's the captain. He's going to have to still continue, but the supporting cast is going to have to do their jobs. I'm sick and tired, of seeing the puck stuck behind us and them just standing there. Stop it. Come on. And so it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I am excited to see the start. I'm not excited to see the start of the preseason because we know we never get to see the real team play.
Right.
But when that first game and they start playing, I want to see how they gel and how this new defense looks because they got some bodies to fill on that ice.
That's for sure. I don't know if you heard this or not. Matt usually is on top of all of the goings and comings and goings, but the University of Tennessee has announced that they are adding a 10% talent fee onto their tickets. In other words, a $40 ticket will now cost $44. And that talent fee is to pay the players. And this could be the tip of the iceberg here, I think, because I could see other schools coming in line. And who's to say it's going to stay at 10%? It could go to 20%, 25%, where a $40 ticket may now be $50 with that $10 talent fee. Is this the beginning of the change in college football?
The change has already got here. It's called nil. This is just taking it exponentially higher.
And that's not a soccer term.
It is definitely.
Well, it is, but you're not referring to it.
No. I'm talking to money.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here and I'm running numbers in my head. And my mind immediately goes to the University of Michigan. Mm-hmm. How many seats do they have in there?
110,000
So let's just say
whatever.
it's 100,000. And let's just say you've got $4 on average or even $5. Okay, enough said.
Yeah.
Compare that to
$500,000 right there on a Saturday afternoon.
And what did they do? And it's, that's the saying. It's only a $5 increase, but we know those tickets are a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So are we talking $1 million a game for talent?
Which is possible because Michigan Stadium hosts 107,601 seats officially, but can hold as high as 115,000.
Exactly.
Okay.
And at what dollar amount for tickets if it's 10%? We're just using a low number.
Yeah, the 10% fee is not supposed to kick in, according to what I'm reading, until 2025. It's supposed to start next year.
Well,
but that's going to be a change.
But it's going to start.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be just Tennessee.
No, it's not. I think it's supposed to be starting with Tennessee's kind of kicking it off, but this is supposed to be the portion of ticket revenue that every school is going to start doing within the next couple of years. I think most of them are going to start doing it next year.
Okay. Can you see the athletic directors and the board of governors just sitting there thinking,
oh
wow, 10%? And let's see. why couldn't we go 15%?
Yeah, what's
or
12%?
nobody's going to notice an extra couple of dollars. And but then, as you said, when you multiply that by 110,000 people, you're talking millions. On a one Saturday afternoon. So it's really a significant factor.
Which is going to be even more for a bit. You look at like Michigan Stadium, it's going to be even bigger for a bigger game like Michigan, Ohio State at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So lots to think about, but I think it is the start of a new day in college football.
But does it mean it's better?
Nah, it doesn't necessarily mean it's better, but
it's definitely a new day.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's going to be better.
Well, here's, you and I were talking about this before the show, and I know we got to hit a break after this, but you and I were talking about this, and that is maybe the way to go is to just give these recruits, these football or basketball recruits, the choice of either being paid in the NIL or a scholarship. But they can't have both. They get one or the other. Mm-hmm. They're either paid and they don't even go to class. They're there as an employee and they play football and they get paid, or they choose to go to the scholarship. And my thinking behind this, Darren, is save the scholarships for the men and women that really want to be in class and really want to get that degree and aren't thinking about being a pro athlete, but are thinking about being in medicine or in economics or in a teaching degree. Give them the scholarships so that they can become and contribute to society.
Oh, I agree that the definition and the name of student athlete is no longer valid. Mm-hmm. Get that out of our vocabulary because they are not students. Just because they attend, these classes, underwater basket weaving, does not mean you're a student. I'm sorry.
Right.
I've taken classes with athletes. I know which those classes are. Mm-hmm. It's a joke. They're gaming the system. Let's just be honest with ourselves. They're there for one reason only, and no, it's not for academics. It's to play sports.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we focus on football. We focus on basketball. Let's take a look at gymnastics because today's National Gymnastics Day. Those individual athletes are there not to be athletes because there is no real future for them as a professional.
Correct.
They're there for the academics,
maybe the Olympics, but that's about as far as it goes.
Yeah, exactly. And it's very few people that actually make it to that level. Mm-hmm. So they truly are there to supplement going to school. It gives them that scholarship. And I don't want to lose sight of those people when we start looking at the big three sports, basically. Mm-hmm. But I agree. If they're there for that, give them the scholarship. I don't care how many of them are. Throw the limitation out. If you're in those other quote unquote sports that aren't the top three, give everybody a scholarship as far as I'm concerned, because they truly are the student athlete and they're being the athlete on their off time, still working and taking these hard classes and going that direction.
Back in 1973 and 1974, I was a student athlete at Michigan, played baseball. And I just happened to think, man, I guess I'm about 50 years too late. But if it would have been like this back when I was playing, it might have been a whole different ball game, literally. No pun intended for me. But it's just how things evolve.
Exactly.
And maybe it's a good thing. You got the kids in class that want to be there and the ones that are just a distraction. I mean, I've heard things like, we're paying other kids to take the test for the athletes.
Yes. To
go in and write down the notes, take the test, and sign, Joe Harrison as the student athlete. And that it just isn't right.
Oh, I agree. Let's just stop the charades. Let's just be honest with ourselves, people.
Yeah.
And this is who they are. This is how the game is going. So let's just address it head on.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
We have minor league baseball. We have minor league basketball, the G League.
Right.
We have minor league hockey, the American Hockey League. Mm-hmm. Why not have minor league football? And I've said for years that college football is minor league football, not as a slap in the face to college football or degrading them, but that's just what it is. College football is where the NFL gets its players from.
Yeah, it's
and
the
so they
development
are
league.
the minor leagues. Yeah. Let's call it what it is, like you said. Seems so simple. We've solved the world's problems here, Darren,
man,
in 20
I feel
minutes.
great.
Well, we might as well go home and take a
Okay.
nap now.
Hey,
That's what we do here on the home team.
That's right. We need to take a break, and not a nap, but a break. And then we will come back with more. Jason Alessi is going to join us on the other side. We'll look forward to talking with him, and also Gordy Zimmerman will be joining us as well. More of the home team coming up on the TAN Talk Radio Network, AM 1340 and 1350, FM 106.1, 102.3, and Facebook Live.
This is the TAN Talk Radio Network.
When you talk about ice rink development in West Central Florida, one name stands alone: Iceman Development, LLC. Gordy Zimmerman, president and founder of Iceman Development, has played an integral part in the construction of the Ice Sports Forum in Brandon, the training home of the three-time Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Advent Health Center Ice Complex, a multi-million-dollar facility boasting 150,000 square feet, and ranked the top indoor ice rink facility by both the USA Today and Yelp. Iceman Development is currently involved in creating yet another outstanding ice rink facility in Trinity and Pasco County. Iceman's company mission is to build community projects that impact the area both in quality of life and economic growth. For more information, visit icemandevelopment.com. That's Iceman with 2 N's, development.com.
Folks, let me tell you about a gem of a restaurant in Carrollwood. It's Hank's Place, where you'll find some of the best barbecue, catfish, wings, sausage, gator, shrimp, and a whole lot more. Their meats are dry rubbed and slowly smoked. All of your favorite sides, too, from baked beans to collard greens to mac and cheese to onion rings. Are you hungry yet? Discover why Hank's Place at 8546 Northdale Maybury, just 100 yards north of Waters Avenue, is a place that locals have known about for years. Hey, would a guy like me lie to you about food? Hank's Place, a place to hang your hat and lick your fingers.
After a car accident, there are many questions that you need answers to. Who pays for my car repairs? Who pays for the medical bills? What about my lost wages? And more. The personal injury law firm of Pernick, Caulfield, Averill, and Noyes has been answering these questions for their clients for nearly 70 years. Since 1955, they've been a voice of the injured in the legal system. As one of the longest established law firms in Tampa Bay, Pernick, Caulfield, Averill, and Noyes is here to answer your questions. Listen to their live call-in radio show on this channel every Tuesday evening from 5 to 6 p.m. or call them at 727-796-8282 or visit them at voiceoftheinjured.com. Offices Clearwater, non-attorney spokesperson. Sooner or later, you're going to need a plumber. It's just a fact of life. Want somebody honest and reliable? The plumber I use is the Bearded Plumber. I've known Thomas since his high school days and now is an established plumber who offers 24-hour-a-day full service because plumbing emergencies don't wait. Keep this number handy. You know you're going to need it. It's 866-882-3273. The Bearded Plumber, 866-882-3273.
Life Builders Christian Counseling Center brings hurting people to wholeness in Christ. Life Builders is a professional counseling center with multiple counselors and locations in Brandon and Tampa. They offer in-person, Zoom, and group sessions, counseling individuals, married couples, children and adolescents, and families. Some of our licensed counselors take most insurances. Call 813-438-5949 or visit lifebuilderscounseling.org. Life Builders can help. 813-438-5949 and at lifebuilderscounseling.org.
Hi, everyone. I'm Paul Porter, voice of the Lightning and host of the Home Team Sports Radio Show. I'm here to tell you about our educational home team, Cambridge Christian School. No longer Tampa Bay's best-kept secret, CCS is the perfect blend of academic rigor and a biblical worldview foundation, serving families for over 60 years. Come see why we are the #1 rated Christian school in Tampa and visit us at ccslancers.com. If there's one thing I'm particular about, it's my pizza. ABC Pizza House at 1242 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa. Great specials, too, like a large one-topping pizza for just $11.99 every Monday or Thursday, or 2 pizzas with 2 toppings every Tuesday for just $22.99. Spaghetti with 1 topping every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday for just $8.99. ABC Pizza House, 1242 West Hillsborough Avenue, 813-213-0929. Open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. abcpizzahouse.com.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Welcome back to the home team. Glad to have you with us. And let's go to the phone lines because our good friend Jason Disney Alessi is joining us. And Jason, welcome to the home team. Hope you're enjoying your time over there.
Oh, good morning, guys. It's Universal this week. So
all right. Okay.
Universal Studios, but close enough. Close enough.
All right. Very good. Well, I want to wish you a happy National Bakery Day just this past week.
Wow, is it really?
Yeah.
That's funny. I didn't realize that. But yep, a day for everything. Well, that's appropriate for me and for us. Yep.
We'll get to it in just a couple of minutes, but you've got a big weekend coming up next weekend, and Darren Vermost, who's sitting in here for you today, says, I hope he's resting up over there because you're going to be busy for sure next weekend.
Oh, absolutely. That's our anniversary sale. We'll be celebrating 112 years in business this weekend. That's upcoming the 28th and 29th. We've got our great low-priced items, eclairs and guava pastries at just 79 cents each. We'll have our coconut macaroons and brownies at 69 cents each, where each customer can get up to 4 of each of those items. So it's a great savings. We also have other items, Cuban sandwiches, low prices. I believe double crafts, low prices. Boston cream cake at a very low price. And some of our scachata. So it's going to be a big day that Saturday and Sunday.
Well, you want to put that on your calendars, that's for sure. What are the hours next weekend, Jason?
Sure. So Saturday will be open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
All right, very good. Well, the situation at hand, a huge game tonight for USF, and I'm sure you'll be in your hotel room in front of your TV watching USF taking on Miami.
Yes, indeed. The Bulls, I have a lot of confidence because of the way USF played against Alabama. They were with Alabama all the way through, well into the fourth quarter, just before they ran out of gas at the end. And I really think this is a game that not only can USF hang in there with them, I think they can win. I really do. I think USF's offense, I think, is capable of scoring with anyone. Their defense, I thought, against Alabama played very well. Again, right up until the end. The key, again, Miami's quarterback is Cam Ward. He's very good. He can hurt you with throwing and running the ball. They've got to keep him and contain him as much as they can. And it's important that USF get off to a fast start. Don't fall behind by a lot early on. The game is at home. They're going to have more of their fans there to support them. And I believe they can give Miami a very good game and absolutely could pull the upset.
Yeah, if it's 21-0 after the first quarter, that takes the fans out of the game. So you need to keep them in it.
That's what they can have.
Yeah.
That's what they can have. But just like against Alabama, they actually they got a field goal first, and they got up on them early. They held Alabama's offense intact. It pretty much was about the entire game. It was 21-16 with just over 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter in that game. That game was right there for them to take as the play. If USF could have generated a little bit more offense, they possibly could have won that game. So this is going to be it's a big challenge, but it's a big opportunity. Especially you figure a night game, nationally televised on ESPN, big chance for USF to show people what kind of team they have right now.
I don't know if you're aware of it, Jason, but they are opening the upper deck tonight. They're actually going to use the upper deck at Raymond James Stadium, and I think it might be the first time since the game you and I went to many years ago against UCF where they had the upper deck opened as well. But that shows that the Tampa Bay area is coming out. They're recognizing what USF is doing, and that's a good thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. The bigger opponent that's in town, you're going to get a lot more people. It's going to be a big event. So
Well, thus far, we've had 3 people enter the contest, John, Kirk, and Mike, and all have Miami winning convincingly, 42-20, 41-24, 31-17. So I guess our listeners are not believers just yet in USF.
Yep. Well, I think they're in for a surprise.
Okay.
Whether USF doesn't win, I think it's going to be a pretty close game. I really do.
Let's switch.
USF, I think, is one of the best offense.
Switch over to the Bucks. Darren called it a trap game tomorrow. That the Bucks are 2-0, coming off a huge win over the Detroit Lions that not a lot of people thought would happen, but did. And a big game coming up next Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles. And I got to pronounce it correctly: the Eagles, not the Eagles. But that this could be going up against a Denver team still looking for their first win. This could be a bit of a trap. Do you think the Buccaneers are not going to be looking past Denver when they go up against them tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think with the leadership on this team, I think they're going to be focused. I mean, you never know. Last weekend, we saw a whole lot of upsets, but even that in itself should show the Bucs that they have to show up and they have to play well. I look at the first game of the season against Washington. I actually thought that was going to be a pretty close game, but that was a game going in. You figure the Bucs appear to be a much better team, and they jumped out to an early lead and dominated against Washington. So I think they're going to be on their game, even if it starts out a little slow. I think the Bucs are going to make plays. They're certainly a better team here. They should win, and I think they're going to take care of business tomorrow.
Well, let's get your scores for both games. We're doing 2 contests today, Jason. USF Miami and Bucks in Denver. Let's start with USF Miami tonight. How do you see that coming out? And give us a halftime score as well.
Sure, I'm going to go with USF pulling a huge upset. First one to 28 goals, and right. I'm going to say USF will lead at halftime, 17-14.
Okay, and how about the Bucks and the Denver Broncos?
Sure, I'm going to go with the Bucks winning. Let's say 30-17.
Okay.
And then I'll say, at halftime, I say the Bucks will be leading 17-7.
All right, got you down. I won't see you next Saturday because I'm going to be out next week, but I'll see you in a couple of weeks. And Dave Papa will be sitting in with you next Saturday. So look forward to having you back in the studio, and you'll have plenty to talk about on the eve of the Bucks-Eagles game.
That's right. Well, look for it. It's going to be exciting times right now.
Absolutely. Yep. All right. Yeah.
Just make sure you lay off the butterbeer over there, okay, Jason?
Yeah, I went by it. That's not quite my thing. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't really want to know. Anyway.
I've never tasted it either, but it sounds disgusting. But,
over at the Harry Potter attractions there. We did some of the rides over there, but the butterbeer, not interested in trying it.
Okay. All right. Jason, thanks so much. Thanks for calling in. And again, the big weekend next weekend with not only the Eagles game, but the anniversary sale next weekend. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Going on. Exciting.
Now, I want to know, Jason, next Sunday, the Bucks and the Eagles are playing at 1:00. Are you going to be at the bakery, or are you going to be at home in front of your TV?
So I'll be working. I think I'm probably going to get off right around the time of the game starts. So I'll get.
That's the advantage of being the operations manager there. So.
The
power of the schedule.
There you go. Yep. All right, Jason. Enjoy your time over there, and we'll see you back here next weekend.
Take care, Jason.
All right, guys.
All right. Appreciate it. If you want to join us on the phone lines, it's a little different. We're using a different system. And again, our thanks to Big Ed for figuring out a way to get this done. And the calls may sound a little bit different, but the phone line is still the same, 727-441-3000, 727-441-3000. More of the home team coming up on the Tan Talk Radio Network, AM 1340 and 1350, FM 106.1, 102.3, and Facebook Live.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
There's no place like this place anywhere near this place, so this must be the place. That's what they've been saying about the Palm Pavilion since 1926. The Palm Pavilion on the north end of the sparkling beach is a Clearwater beach landmark. Situated directly on the beach overlooking the Gulf of Mexico, the Palm Pavilion is the place to order cool tropical drinks and watch spectacular sunsets. Tempt your taste buds with perfect pasta, sizzling steaks, chicken or seafood wraps, shrimp and crab chowder. Come for a day or stay for the night. A casual atmosphere featuring live entertainment on the deck. The Palm Pavilion Inn and Beachside Grill and Bar on sparkling Clearwater Beach. Visit them on the web at palmpavilion.com, or better yet, visit in person, 10 Bay Esplanade on the north end of Clearwater Beach. The Palm Pavilion Inn and Beachside Grill.
This is Paul Porter. For the past 12 years, we've not endorsed an air conditioning company on the home team. Until now, I'm happy to tell you about the family-owned and operated air conditioning company, Action Air Conditioning. David Russell and his family run their business with three principles in mind: honesty, integrity, and reliability. They've been in business since 1988. They service the entire home team listing area. From service to AC checkups to a whole new system, Action Air Conditioning is the AC company for you. Why do I speak so highly of Action Air Conditioning? I've used them many times at multiple properties, and I've been completely satisfied every time. Visit them on the web at actionairconditioning.com. That's actionairconditioning.com. Or you can call them at 813-935-6644. If you're in need of an air conditioning company, take it from me. Action Air is your company. 813-935-6644. 813-935-6644. actionairconditioning.com. One of the questions I'm often asked is, how do you do it? With my busy schedule of working for the Lightning, Magic, Buccaneers, and the home team, I need to be in very good health. One person I have to thank for keeping me in good health for years is Dr. Troy Stirk of Stirk Family Medicine. He's helped me keep my blood pressure in check, my heart running smoothly, and an overall healthy feeling that is confirmed by my lab results. If you're looking for a good family physician, I heartily recommend Dr. Troy Stirk at Stirk Family Medicine. You can reach his office at 813-264-7922. That's 813-264-7922. I'll tell you, Dr. Stirk is fantastic, and I'm sure you'll feel the same way if you become one of his patients. So now that you know my secret to staying healthy with a busy schedule, it's your turn. Call Dr. Troy Stirk at Stirk Family Medicine, 813-264-7922. This is Paul Porter. You know, with the schedule I keep working for the Lightning, Magic, and Buccaneers, a good night's sleep is a must for me. That's why I'm happy to tell you about the Original Mattress Factory. Their mattresses are hand-built right here in Tampa Bay with the highest quality at a very reasonable price. They aren't like these other mattress companies that'll jack their prices up every holiday and then do a so-called super discount during their so-called sale. You actually end up paying more than what the mattress is worth. The secret is, with OMF, you're getting factory direct pricing and eliminating the middleman retailer. There's no high-pressure salespeople either. OMF is employee-owned, and they make it all about you. Double-sided mattresses, and they even email you when it's time to flip your mattress. Stop by their factory on Almerton Road in Clearwater and see for yourself, or visit one of their stores in Tampa or Brandon. There's nothing like a good night's sleep, and you'll get it with the Original Mattress Factory, and you'll get it for less. The Original Mattress Factory. Did you know that Cambridge Christian School Athletic Department was honored with the Kerry McDonald Award as the 2A Athletic Program of the Year for the second consecutive year? The CCS Lancers have had 71 district championships, 21 regional championships, 5 state championships, and 37 Final Four teams. Over 200 of our student athletes have signed to play at the college level, and one has joined an NFL team. Visit us today at ccslancers.com. Your number one home team fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Vermost Insurance Agency is a winning combination.
We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit the Vermost Insurance Agency in Tampa Bay today at vermost.com. That's vermost.com.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Welcome back to the home team. Glad to have you with us. And again, we're very grateful to Big Ed, who's been working feverishly and getting us available to have phone calls. And the station took a lightning strike last night, and thank goodness he was able to figure out a way to get it done. So we do appreciate that.
The other one who's more excited is Matt, because we were going to set him up the telephone pole outside to make it work. So
we're going
he's
to put him up on the tower to answer the phone.
And I would have done it too.
Well, let's go to Gordy Zimmerman, our good friend from Iceman Development, LLC. I had the chance to have lunch with Gordy and his family this past week, some of his family anyway. His newest granddaughter attended, and she is just adorable, Gordy. And you have to be a very proud grandfather to have that little young lady sitting there with us.
Oh, yeah, and she can't wait to go to a hockey game, that's for sure.
You've said
she loves going to the ice rink and, cheering on her brother.
She's 18 months old, right? 18 months old.
Yeah, she's already been on skates.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, maybe a member of the Women's Professional Hockey League. You never know. So.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Gordy, I had a chance.
I think.
Go ahead. I had a chance to catch some of the Lightning training camp yesterday. I was over there in Brandon meeting with Ringside Sports, actually, which I know you're very familiar with, Alan and the group there.
Alan,
I had a chance to catch the Lightning, and it was kind of fun to keep an eye on some of the new guys, like Gensel and like Ylonen and Gergensen and all that. In fact, Gergensen had his son there, and he had a jersey on that said Daddy 28. That's his number, of course. And it just said Daddy on the top. I thought that was neat. His wife had his son there. But it's really going to be an interesting and fun year for this Tampa Bay Lightning squad, because there's a lot of new faces this year, more than we've seen in the past several years.
Yeah, it's always good to go down and check out that camp. We were talking about that at lunch the one time I went down. It was a while back when Braden Point and Kucherov were rookies, and, got to watch them play and see how outstanding, said, wow, these guys are going to be good. And did they ever turn out? So it's always great to see the young players come in and do their thing and, to see what the future beholds. And, I'm excited about hockey. I can't wait for the season to get started.
They had
definitely going to be a good one.
They had, I would estimate, about 500 people there yesterday watching the scrimmage.
Yeah.
People are so anxious
Paul,
to see
I don't know if I ever told you this story. I was back when we first opened up, the Brandon rink back in '97. We had the training camp, and actually it was the second year in '98 because my son was born, and we went down to the rink just to check it out. It was actually my day off. And so we were watching the Lightning training camp, and the cook didn't show up. So I was flipping burgers for about 3 hours back there.
I was going to say, I didn't think you ever had a day off.
Yeah, that was back a few years ago. But I always remember that one, cooking burgers for the Lightning training camp. So
yeah, it's
cars were parked all the way out to Falkenberg.
You've come a long way from that, Gordy, and we always are excited to hear what's going on with the facility that you're building in Trinity and all that's going on there at the Generations Church. And give us an update. Where do things stand now?
Yeah, so we're in permitting. We're just about finalized with the site permit. It's a lot of things you have to go through when you're building a building. Most people that are not in that business are not aware of some of the things you have to do. And with Swift mud and just the landscaping, adhering to the new ordinance. And, it's a process, but we're right there, and we hope to be open next summer. And there's going to be 1 ice rink and 5 basketball courts, and which are 10 volleyball courts, and we'll have a little restaurant in there. And we're excited to get that project going. It's been announced at the church, to all the church members, and it's on the church property. And then we got some other projects coming up in the near future that we'll be talking about here shortly. And this one's for the school for generations. Has a school now up to 420 kids out there. It's amazing. It's only 3 years old.
It's such a growing area that such a population getting in there.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to launching that. And, it's going to be a great place for, Mitchell High School's across the street from us practically. And they've already reached out and hope to have a practice location because they have 2 teams now. The high school league and in the Lightning High School League is really grown, and really we're at a point where it can't grow much more because there's not enough ice out there. So any sheets that we're adding are going to be, great for the development of hockey in Florida.
Oh, that's awesome. A quick question for you, Gordy. We've seen a lot of change now in the Lightning for this year. What, as a fan, should we be looking forward to in changes given the change in the makeup of the team that you see?
Well, I really like that McDonough's back. I actually ran into him a couple weeks at the golf course a couple weeks ago, and Pat Maroon was there with him and had a great chat with him. I like that he's back. I think that's going to give us some leadership on the D, even though Hedman's obviously a leader and the captain now. But, to have another guy that really has the experience, and, anxious to see Jake Gensel and what he can do on the power play. That's pretty hard to replace Steven Stamkos with that shot. But, I think Jake's shooting from the other side, I believe. And, we'll see how that transitions, that power play, which is one of the best power plays in the league. Is it going to stay that way? That's what we are all hoping to see. So I think that's really the key for the Lightning. And Vasilevsky, I think, is healthy. I really think he's going to have a great year.
Yeah, I think I've said all along the Lightning will go as far as Vasilevsky can take them. And I think if he does get back to the Vasilevsky of old, we have a lot to look forward to here.
It'll be a fun year if that's the case.
And hearing John Cooper too, Gordy, he's talking to defensemen about we got to do a better job keeping the puck out of our net. He's not worried about goal scoring. He's worried about defense. And I think that's going to be the emphasis.
Point. That's a great point. They did make a lot of mistakes last year, coming out of the zone, and with Sergachev being injured a lot, and they really they had a lot of young guys coming in, and different 7D was flipped around a lot through the season, and so those little mistakes, and it's hard to get mad at the guys because you want your players to be creative and try things, but there's certain things that you just have to do, like get the puck out and chip it out. That's always the thing as a coach,
Yeah.
Number one, get the puck out, right?
Yeah, there you go.
That little detail.
Yeah. Well, Gordy, we appreciate it. We appreciate your longtime support of the home team and all that's going on out there, and look forward to visiting out there with you real soon.
Yeah, great, guys. Have a great Saturday. I've got another move today, so Molly and I are moving over to a new house in Odessa, and we're starting the process today. So it's not going to be a single day, but probably the whole week.
I don't envy you.
Nope. You can have it.
Yeah.
All right.
Good
Gordy,
luck.
thanks again. We appreciate it. All right. Hour number 2 of the home team coming up here on the Tan Talk Radio Network, AM 1340 and 1350, FM 106.1, 102.3, and Facebook Live.
WTAN, Clearwater.
FM 106.1.
WDCF, Dade City.
FM 102.3.
Listen.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Vicki Barker. We're learning more about just how devastating a blow Israel dealt the Hezbollah militant group in Friday's airstrikes inside Lebanon.
Hezbollah now saying that at least 13 senior members of the group were killed, including 2 top commanders, Ibrahim Akil and Ahmed Wahbi. These were top leaders in the group's elite Radwan unit.
The BBC's Hugo Bachega in Beirut. The U.S. blames Ibrahim Akil for the 1983 bombings of the U.S. Embassy and Marine barracks in Beirut. To National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan.
That individual has American blood on his hands.
Well, not anymore. To the campaign trail now.
Trump supporters are eagerly awaiting their candidate's speech at a rally in Wilmington, North Carolina this afternoon.
It's kind of surprising that it's a swing state, and I feel like most around here are for Trump.
Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson would usually be by the former president's side, but not today after CNN reported he made a series of anti-Semitic and sexual comments on at least one pornography website, calling himself a black Nazi. He denies the allegations. The Trump campaign is distancing itself from him.
CBS's Wendy Gillette. Health Watch now, and go ahead and order that second skinny latte.
A new large study in China finds regularly drinking moderate amounts of coffee and caffeine may help prevent numerous health issues, including type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. After studying caffeine intake of over 500,000 people, researchers say those who drink on average 3 cups of coffee a day seem to benefit the most.
CBS's Michael George. And a musical veteran is marking several major landmarks.
Herb Alpert has released his 50th album, and it's called 50. Alpert says he couldn't believe it when his nephew, who's also his manager, pointed out to him that he'd made so many albums. This year also happens to be Alpert's 50th wedding anniversary. Herb Alpert, who is 89, is already working on album number 51. And when asked what else he wants to accomplish, he says he'd like to live a longer life. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Overseas in Portugal, more than 5,000 firefighters are battling dozens of wildfires that have killed at least 7 people and injured 50 in recent weeks. But elsewhere in Europe, a woman is winched to safety in a helicopter as floodwaters race past her balcony. In Poland, Romania, Italy, the Czech Republic, Storm Boris has brought the worst flooding in more than 20 years to parts of southern and central Europe. Climatologists say Europe is warming faster than any other continent, the warm, moist air triggering more floods. This is
sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Get renter's insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit Progressive.com.
This is Downtown Dade. How would you like to be able to promote yourself, your business, or someone else's business for less than the cost of one 60-second commercial on many Tampa Bay radio stations? Here's the deal. You can have your own 1-hour radio program on the Tan Talk Network for less than the cost of one 60-second announcement on many Tampa Bay stations. Your program will be on 2 Tampa Bay radio stations and will cover 4 million people in Florida, plus worldwide on the internet in both audio and video. And you'll have a web link for your business on the Tan Talk 1340 website. We provide the producer, the state-of-the-art equipment, free production of commercials, and much more. Check it out today. Call Lola O'Brien, the Irish Hawaiian, at 727-510-7622. That's 510-7622. Call Lola O'Brien now, 727-510-7622. Call now, and your 1-hour radio program can start tomorrow. Call 510-7622 for Lola O'Brien, the Irish Hawaiian, at the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Did you notice? Nothing's the way it used to be. Look at this. Hash browns in a sleeve. Spring-loaded waffles. Orange juice in a box.
At Village Inn, we serve old-fashioned breakfast, the way you remember it, like blueberry pancakes, fluffy omelets, even bacon and eggs.
What do you know? Eggs from a chicken.
Village Inn. Breakfast like you like it, anytime you want.
Home of the Free Pie Wednesday.
Are you tired of the one-sided news reports? Are you done with all the anger? My name is Yergs. With my degree in history and political science and my 21-year career in the U.S. Secret Service, I'll take you up the middle and show you both sides of the political spectrum and what really happens in Washington and beyond. Join me every Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on the Tan Talk Network, right after the Paul Malloy Show. Up the middle. Equally biased, equally offensive, educational.
Hey listeners, tune in to Nostalgic Radio and Cars Tuesdays at 7 p.m. I play some groovy 60s, 70s music and talk about far-out cars. I'll bring you up to speed on some bitchin' car shows, swap meets, and vintage racing. So join us Tuesdays at 7 p.m. on the Tan Talk Radio Network. Listen to my interviews with special car guys, celebrities, racers, builders, customizers, and collectors. We'll discuss cars, auctions, values, restoration, project cars, and parts. We'll have featured cars. We'll talk about test drives. We'll include topics on boats, planes, and vintage musical instruments. So tune in to Nostalgic Radio and Cars Tuesdays at 7 p.m. on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
This is Paul Porter, the arena voice of the Tampa Bay Lightning and Orlando Magic, and the press box voice of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I hope you'll join me every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for my weekly show, The Home Team, heard right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network and Facebook Live, The Home Team with Paul Porter, talking Lightning, Bucks, Rays, USF, and a whole lot more. Your calls and prize giveaways. Join us this Saturday and every Saturday morning for The Home Team, 9 to 11 on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
The Rays have won the American League pennant. The Tampa Bay Lightning win their second straight Stanley Cup.
And when the Super Bowl ended, the ball would be in the hands of Tom Brady. I don't know why we ever think it won't.
It's time for the Home Team on the Tan Talk Radio Network. The Home Team is brought to you in part by Cambridge Christian School, a Christian education that's affordable and well-respected. By FAS Windows and Doors, with stores in Tampa and Orlando. By Action Air Conditioning, family-owned and operated, serving the entire Tampa Bay area. And now, here he is, the arena voice of the Tampa Bay Lightning and Orlando Magic, and the press box voice of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Paul Porter.
Thank you, Brother Pat, and welcome to hour number 2 of the Home Team here on the Tan Talk Radio Network. Glad to have you with us. We've got 2 contests going today, and you want to get involved in those because we got about $100 prize pack that's going out to the winner of each contest. So a good opportunity for you. You can enter one of 2 ways, either on Facebook Live, put your score down as John and Kirk and Mike have already done, or you can mention your score when you call in, as I'm sure Donald will do momentarily when we go to him. I want to let you know about a very important date and a very exciting date that's coming up Sunday, October the 6th. Sunday, October the 6th. The Bucks are on their bye week there, actually, so they will not be playing, but it will be the date for our Reach Out, Speak Out Purple Passion Silent Auction. This is our 9th annual Purple Passion Silent Auction, and it's going to be held the same place it's been the past several years at the New Identities Hair Salon on Amberley Drive in New Tampa. And we have an item this year, Jason.
I've been called worse. It's okay.
There you go. He had his green USF shirt on. So
I was going to say, since when did Jason suddenly start getting gray hair?
Yeah. Well, he does have gray hair. He does have
That's
gray
true.
hair. Yeah.
That's true.
But
so I can see how it could be an easy mistake.
Yeah. Darren, we have, I can confirm you are Darren,
yes,
right?
Today.
Okay. Darren, we have a very unique item that's going up for bid that you can't find anywhere in Tampa Bay, and we've never found it. And that is a chance to ride in the Zamboni at a Tampa Bay Lightning game against the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers on Sunday, the 22nd of December. And you will be riding in the Zamboni during one of the intermissions at the game, and you'll also have tickets to the game. And that is going up for bid on the silent auction.
And how many people get to ride with you?
Well, we have 4 seats altogether.
Okay.
So we're splitting it up and doing 2 packages, each with 2 people. Mm-hmm. Or if one person wants to buy both of them, they can do that and have 4 rides, not 4 rides, but 4 people riding on the Zamboni. Isn't that a unique opportunity?
I'm hoping my wife is not listening right now.
Okay. Well, you need to bid. And
I'm afraid she'll say bid for both.
Yeah.
Because who gets left at home? That's the question.
There you go. But what a remembrance that would be for your family.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that she's actually listening because she's been texting me, but I'm in trouble now. So you will be bidding.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's remote bidding is available.
It is. You
go.
can do that on Facebook. You can actually put your bid in on Facebook, and or you've got some special privileges. You can just let me know what you want to bid.
Okay.
So that'll be coming up. I think I can get some help from someone about the starting bid for that. It's escaped me temporarily, but it's priceless, really.
Oh, I'm telling you, that is unbelievable package right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you said, you just can't find it anywhere else. That is amazing.
So you'll have tickets to the game, and it's going to be a good game too. It's a 5:00 puck drop on a Sunday afternoon, so nobody hopefully has to work, or you can get home if it's school the next day. Actually, probably
School will be
Christmas break will be going
break's
by
already
then,
going,
December
so-
22nd.
Exactly. So there's no excuse there.
Yeah. So again, I want to point that out. There's a lot of other great items too. The value of that is $900. The starting bid is $675. So if you want to get in on that, you can do so by contacting Facebook, Reach Out Speak Out, reachoutspeakout.org. Go to the website, and you can get your starting bid in. Again, $675 puts you in the bidding, and you could very well be riding in the Zamboni on December the 22nd. So keep that in mind. Again, we also have an autographed football from the big guy, Vita Vea.
Big guy.
That's going up for auction as well. We've got Tampa Bay Lightning tickets to the Minnesota game in November that is going up for bid as well. And just a whole lot of good stuff. We've got some fishing tackle, courtesy of our good friend Donald in Lutz, some rod and reels from him. So come on out. There's a lot of things from Bath and Body Works. There's even a USA Team USA package, which has a cap, ESPN cap, a cold drink cup, and also a lanyard and all of that from Team USA. That's up for bid as well. So we hope that you will take advantage of that. Again, it's Sunday, October the 6th from 2 until 3:30 p.m. It's only an hour and a half, so you don't have to hang around all day. You'll know in an hour and a half if you got what you bid on. 15307 Amberley Drive. So I hope your wife can convince you to place a bid.
I know that's coming. Hopefully it's the winning bid.
In your case, take two. They're small.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
There you go. Let's go to the phone lines. Donald is with us next. Hello, Donald. You're on the home team.
Hey, Paul, Darren, how you guys doing?
We're doing
Donald,
good.
what about you?
All right, I'm out here fishing my kayak. I just came up to my buddy Dylan over here. We're out by Fort DeSoto, and beautiful day, a little windy, but fishing's been tough.
Why is
the wind
that?
is preventing the tide from coming
Okay.
in.
Okay. Now, Donald, we were just talking about the silent auction coming up.
I know.
And you're actually a friend of that as well. You've attended for a few years now, and you've donated. We really appreciate that. And you're donating again this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a custom-made fishing rod and a nice Penn battle reel that's got new line on it. It's a new reel, new rod, and throwing some tackle. Because you know me, I love fishing. So
I know you do.
Maybe get somebody else hooked on fishing. You know?
You go. There you go.
So I've got a veterans outing today. So I did a 8-pound pulled pork in my smoker, and I've got that, and we've got about 25 of us and some military veterans. So we're feeding them, and I got I don't know, 30 cheeseburgers and 30 hot dogs.
Wow. All right. Well, you really give back to the community, and we appreciate all that you do for the home team as well.
Absolutely. My pleasure. I love doing charity stuff. I mean, you know, I feel like it's good karma, and it has. It's come back to me, you know, in a good quality of life, and, you know, just making good friends everywhere, and, you know, helping out when you can. Like Metropolitan Ministries, I help out, you know, whatever.
What do you think about that Zamboni ride?
Oh my God, I told Liz about it, and that's her day off too, on a Tuesday. So
no, it's actually on a Sunday. It's a Sunday, the 22nd of December. The date was changed by the Lightning, so it's December 22nd against the Florida Panthers.
That's fine. A Sunday. She doesn't work on Sunday. She's working right now.
Okay. Well,
I'm out every Saturday.
I can tell you, Donald, it's 4 seats on the Zamboni, but what we did was we split it up into 2 different packages. So if you and Darren, for example, are competing against each other, there's one for each of you. So
don't you like how he's doing that, Don?
Yes. Liz is excited. She goes, "You have to bid on that."
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, see, it's the wives that are driving this train.
You need to be more enthusiastic, Donald. That's you know, not just I know. Like, I get a chance to go on the Zamboni. All right, you know.
I know. It really is very exciting. I'm kind of worried about with you know, the money. That's the only thing, you know. And you said starting price is $675. It's like, I mean, it is priceless, a once in a lifetime thing. But we still have a budget that we have to
I understand. And let me tell you, in total clarity here, what we did was, when we established the price, is we went online and looked at other teams, other NHL teams that have offered the similar opportunity. And we were actually lower than most of the other NHL teams.
Wow. So I'm sure. I mean, that's
was
incredible.
Upwards of $1,000, $1,200 to do that, and we did about half of that. So we wanted to make it reasonable and give everybody a chance. And it's such a unique opportunity. One of over 100 items that are going to be up for bid, including what you're donating.
Yep. Yeah, and I did get two items last year that I bid on that I won. So I was excited about that. And,
very good. Well, we appreciate it, Donald.
Excited.
Appreciate all that you do. And
so we're going to come by. You said we're going to come by early because, like I said, we got the granddaughter's birthday party that same day. She turns 5. They changed the date on that one. But
what's wrong with them? How could they do that?
I know. Don't they realize?
Yeah,
what's going on?
Come on here. Yeah, it's a big day for Reach Out, Speak Out.
It is.
Donald, what are your scores for the 2 games, the USF Miami and the Bucks and Denver?
Okay, I've got the Bulls and Miami. Unfortunately, I got Miami winning, but it's going to be close, 31-28.
Okay.
And it's going to be a 17-14 halftime score.
Favor of who?
Of Miami.
Okay.
And then the Bucks are going to do it 28-17 over Denver.
Okay.
And it's going to be 10-3 Bucks halftime.
All right. Thus far, no one has picked USF and no one has picked Denver. It's been unanimous. Well, that's right. Jason did pick USF. Correct. Yep. But it's unanimous for the Bucks thus far.
Oh, exactly.
Donald, thanks so much. And again, thank you for all that you do for Reach Out, Speak Out, and Purple Passion Silent Auction.
Yep. That's awesome. And I know I with that kayak last year, I was able to sell that and send you guys the money for that too. So I was glad about that. So
very much appreciated. Cool. I want to see if I can impress you, Donald. Tight lines.
Thank you, sir. That's right. Tight line.
I was practicing. I want to sound like I know a little bit about fishing anyway. So, all right, Donald. Thanks so much.
Take care, Donald.
All right.
All right, you guys take care. Thanks
All
so much.
right. We need to hit a break, and then Anthony will join us on the other side. Stay right where you're at. More of the home team coming up. If you want to join us, 727-441-3000. We have 2 contests going today, one for USF Miami, one for the Bucks in Denver, and about $100 prize pack to each of the 2 winners. So by all means, get involved with that. And I hope you can put on your calendar the Reach Out, Speak Out silent auction as we keep updating and adding items. Over 75 gift cards now and over 100 gift baskets and collectibles. So we've got a lot to auction off, and you can certainly walk away with something, and maybe, just maybe, a ride on the Zamboni at the Lightning game. Watch it, looking out at 18,000 people all staring down at you. So that's
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, a different perspective. More of the home team coming up on the Tan Talk Radio Network, AM 1340 and 1350, FM 106.1, 102.3, and Facebook Live.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Honest Mahoney's. That's what people have been calling LZ Mahoney for more than 35 years. Honest LZ Mahoney. The name really says it all. Mahoney's Auto Repair is a place you can trust. In fact, it was some of his loyal customers that came up with the name. Generations of people who've been taking their cars to 4040 54th Avenue North for 3.5 decades. Do you need some work done on your car? If his loyal customers call him Honest Mahoney's, that should tell you something right there. The next time you need work done on your car, take it to my friend LZ Mahoney's. He's been a part of the home team for nearly 20 years. Mahoney's Auto Repair. Or just remember Honest Mahoney's. 4040 54th Avenue North in St. Petersburg. A place that people have called home for more than 35 years. Honest Mahoney's. 4040 54th Avenue North in St. Petersburg. My new windows from FAS Windows and Doors are in. I couldn't be happier with the job they did, from measuring perfectly to prompt and exact installation. How did I choose FAS over all the other window companies? I've known Ernie and John Wilding for nearly 20 years. They're father and son and started FAS Windows and Doors way back in 2005. In fact, FAS actually stands for father and son. They are Central and West Central Florida's largest volume window and door dealer, with showrooms and distribution facilities in both Tampa and Orlando. As you know, I never endorse a product or service unless I've used them or thoroughly researched them. Their objective is providing the best quality windows and doors on the market at reasonable prices with a customer service level that is unsurpassed in the industry. Never an obligation when you call 866-737-7173 or visit them on the internet at faswd.com or call 866-737-7137. You'll be glad you did. I sure am. Thank you for all the support so many of you have shown Reach Out, Speak Out. I have an opportunity for you to greatly help Reach Out, Speak Out. On Sunday, October 6th, we'll be holding our 9th annual Purple Passion Silent Auction. It's our largest fundraiser of the year as we continue to help victims of domestic violence. We're looking for cash donations and donations of items for our auction. If you can help, or better yet, attend, please email me at paannouncer1@yahoo.com. That's paannouncer1@yahoo.com. Purple Passion, Sunday, October 6th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. at the New Identities Hair Salon, 15305 Amberley Drive in New Tampa. This is Paul Porter. You know, with the schedule I keep working for the Lightning, Magic, and Buccaneers, a good night's sleep is a must for me. That's why I'm happy to tell you about the Original Mattress Factory. Their mattresses are hand-built right here in Tampa Bay with the highest quality at a very reasonable price. They aren't like these other mattress companies that'll jack their prices up every holiday and then do a so-called super discount during their so-called sale. You actually end up paying more than what the mattress is worth. The secret is, with OMF, you're getting factory direct pricing and eliminating the middleman retailer. There's no high-pressure salespeople either. OMF is employee-owned, and they make it all about you. Double-sided mattresses, and they even email you when it's time to flip your mattress. Stop by their factory on Almerton Road in Clearwater and see for yourself, or visit one of their stores in Tampa or Brandon. There's nothing like a good night's sleep, and you'll get it with the Original Mattress Factory, and you'll get it for less. The Original Mattress Factory. If there's one thing I'm particular about, it's my pizza. ABC Pizza House at 1242 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa. Great specials, too, like a large one-topping pizza for just $11.99 every Monday or Thursday, or 2 pizzas with 2 toppings every Tuesday for just $22.99. Spaghetti with 1 topping every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday for just $8.99. ABC Pizza House, 1242 West Hillsborough Avenue, 813-213-0929. Open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. abcpizzahouse.com.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
And we also want to thank ABC Pizza House. They are supplying the food for the Purple Passion silent auction. So when you come to the auction on October the 6th at New Identities Hair Salon on Amberley Road in New Tampa, you'll be able to have some ABC pizza with us as well, and some other snacks while you bid and wait to see if you are the winning bidder. So it's going to be a fun afternoon, and I hope you can be a part of it. 2 to 3:30, only an hour and a half on Sunday, October the 6th. We are continuing on the phone lines, and let's bring in Anthony next. Hello, Anthony. You're on the home team.
Hey, good Saturday to you guys. I got to congratulate the Tampa Bay Lightning organization for the great job they did last night. And then the presentation of the new captain and his alternate captains. Now, does this mean that Kucherov is going to be more open and vocal as opposed to previous years? Because he's gonna have to be up there responding to the interviews. So I'm pretty sure he's kind of been preparing for this moment. Of course, it's been probably a surprise for him to be chosen alternate captain. My question is, and I haven't kept up to it, did they sign McDonough for a certain time, a year's extension, or do you happen to know any insight?
Yeah, I believe it is 2 years. I believe it's 2 years that they've signed him, this year and next year. And part of that is his age. I mean, they don't know where he's going to be in his career and his physical ability after 2 years. Right. So I can understand that. And he's happy with the deal, and he's very happy to be back in Tampa Bay. He was saying that it's easy now, an easy transition, because it's the same coach he had, a lot of the same players, a lot of the same system that they're following. So it's an easy transition to go back to a team that you've played for before, as opposed to a brand new team.
You know, what's bewildering is that Cooper has yet to be given any recognition. This is beyond me, because the accomplishments he's had with Norfolk, with Syracuse, and then with the Lightning, and yet they gave Maurice from the Panthers the recognition as Coach of the Year. But I'm bewildered that Cooper keeps being skipped. I just don't get that. That's kind of something that kind of bugs me a lot, because what does it? I was talking to my friend on the way back from the event last night, and we're wondering, what did it take for this guy to get recognized? And
I have a theory on that, and it's nothing more than a theory, Anthony. But my theory is that he's not one of the more popular coaches around the NHL ranks. Not on his skill level, but maybe on his personality or lack of personality that he has. That he oftentimes rubs reporters the wrong way. He'll say something very dry, very sarcastic, and that may not sit well with some of the moguls of the National Hockey League. But again, that's just a theory, nothing to go on firsthand, but that's just how I see it.
Okay. As far as the Bucks, I heard a comment from the two talking heads commenting on the play-by-play last Sunday, and one of the guys, I think it was this guy named Kugler.
Kevin Kugler.
As far as as Baker Mayfield when he ran for the touchdown, and he made this outlandish, really ridiculous comment as far as who is better at that run, Barry Sanders or Baker Mayfield. I'm thinking, what an absurd! How can you compare the different eras, the capability of the position the guy plays in, and the body build of those two athletes? There's just no comparison.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were playing the Lions, I guess it spurred him to say that
I'm sure.
nonsensical statement. So,
I'm sure that's what it was. Had it been the Bucks in Green Bay or Dallas or whatever, they wouldn't have ever come up. But I think because they were playing the Lions and Barry Sanders is maybe the best player the Lions have ever had, it was brought up. But I agree with you. Is there's no way to compare a quarterback with a guy like Barry Sanders.
No way.
Yeah. So I totally get that.
The fact that Goff was off, he was off. I think they crumbled under the pressure of having to prove to their fans at home that they can muster up the energy. But the Bucks were all over them, man, and it's just that just shows that this is a team that there were a lot of the experts were choosing Detroit to wall up the Bucks, and what a surprise! So I see these guys just mustering the energy and putting everything in fourth gear. So, I'm optimistic about tomorrow's game. I mean,
a lot of that is Baker Mayfield too. Yeah, I think the people that are working with Baker Mayfield, they're liking what they're seeing and they're encouraged. And what is your score for the games tomorrow, Anthony?
Okay, let's start with Miami and USF. I got USF 32-24.
All right.
I know that's pretty optimistic, but and again, I don't like Miami, so I have to choose USF.
How do you really feel? Come on, tell us, Anthony.
And then 2020 halftime.
Okay.
And then for the Bucks, I've got the Bucks winning 24-17, and then halftime 10-6 Buccaneers.
All right. Very good. We've got you down. Appreciate it, Anthony. Thank you always for your loyalty to the program.
Have a great one, Anthony.
All right.
All right.
Likewise. Take care, Darren. Right.
Our friend John in Clearwater also mentioning another item that is up for bid at the Reach Out, Speak Out silent auction is a birthday skating party for 9 people. Whoa. And this is a great opportunity from Astro Skate. Any of the Astro Skates, we went to the one in Largo and had a chance to have a skating party there last year. And it's a nice opportunity because you get food and drink, and you can bring your cake in as well and have a birthday party for up to 9 people. So that's going to be going up for bid. We also have some regular skating passes from Astro Skate that is going up for bid as well. So many of our sponsors, the Palm Pavilion has donated towards it. Iris 31, one of the Iris 31 bottles of whiskey is going to be available and up for bid. So many of our sponsors have given. ABC Pizza has our friends down at the Ferg Sports Bar have given us a gift card as well. As we mentioned, 100 gift cards available. Chick-fil-A has done a whole lot of things that they're doing some nice packages where you can get virtually everything on their menu that they are donating. So we appreciate all the people that are helping us out with that silent auction, Purple Passion, October the 6th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. at the New Identities Hair Salon in New Tampa. We are due for a break, and then we will be back with more. May hear again from Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans when we return about their perspective on what's happened in the first 2 weeks and what they're looking to have happen in week 3. More of the home team on the Tan Talk Radio Network, AM 1340 and 1350, FM 106.1, 102.3, and Facebook Live.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
When you talk about ice rink development in West Central Florida, one name stands alone: Iceman Development, LLC. Gordy Zimmerman, president and founder of Iceman Development, has played an integral part in the construction of the Ice Sports Forum in Brandon, the training home of the 3-time Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Advent Health Center Ice Complex, a multi-million-dollar facility boasting 150,000 square feet. ranked the top indoor ice rink facility by both the USA Today and Yelp. Iceman Development is currently involved in creating yet another outstanding ice rink facility in Trinity and Pasco County. Iceman's company mission is to build community projects that impact the area both in quality of life and economic growth. For more information, visit icemandevelopment.com. That's Iceman with 2 N's, development.com. Much like the weather, your life could change at the drop of a hat. Don't be caught unprepared. You don't know what will happen tomorrow, but no matter what happens to you, you can make sure your loved ones are provided for with a life insurance policy from Auto Owners Insurance. Meet with a local independent agent and secure a policy now to rest easy knowing you're protecting the ones you love. Visit Vermost Insurance in Tampa Bay today at vermost.com.
Life Builders Christian Counseling Center brings hurting people to wholeness in Christ. Life Builders is a professional counseling center with multiple counselors and locations in Brandon and Tampa. They offer in-person, Zoom, and group sessions, counseling individuals, married couples, children and adolescents, and families. Some of our licensed counselors take most insurances. Call 813-438-5949 or visit lifebuilderscounseling.org. Life Builders can help. 813-438-5949 and at lifebuilderscounseling.org.
This is Paul Porter. You know, with the schedule I keep working for the Lightning, Magic, and Buccaneers, a good night's sleep is a must for me. That's why I'm happy to tell you about the Original Mattress Factory. Their mattresses are hand-built right here in Tampa Bay with the highest quality at a very reasonable price. They aren't like these other mattress companies that'll jack their prices up every holiday and then do a so-called super discount during their so-called sale. You actually end up paying more than what the mattress is worth. The secret is with OMF, you're getting factory direct pricing and eliminating the middleman retailer. There's no high-pressure salespeople either. OMF is employee-owned, and they make it all about you. Double-sided mattresses, and they even email you when it's time to flip your mattress. Stop by their factory on Almerton Road in Clearwater and see for yourself, or visit one of their stores in Tampa or Brandon. There's nothing like a good night's sleep, and you'll get it with the Original Mattress Factory, and you'll get it for less. The Original Mattress Factory. Happy 60th birthday, Cambridge Christian School. Hi, everyone. I'm Paul Porter, voice of the Lightning, here to tell you about the exciting growth happening here at CCS. Coming this fall is our state-of-the-art 45,000 square foot high school and STEM lab. For over 60 years, Cambridge Christian's award-winning academics, athletics, and the arts has been changing the way you think about Christian education. Visit us today at ccslancers.com. After a car accident, there are many questions that you need answers to. Who pays for my car repairs? Who pays for the medical bills? What about my lost wages? And more. The personal injury law firm of Pernick, Caulfield, Averill, and Noyes has been answering these questions for their clients for nearly 70 years. Since 1955, they've been a voice of the injured in the legal system. As one of the longest established law firms in Tampa Bay, Pernick, Caulfield, Averill, and Noyes is here to answer your questions. Listen to their live call-in radio show on this channel every Tuesday evening from 5 to 6 p.m. or call them at 727-796-8282 or visit them at voiceoftheinjured.com. Offices Clearwater, non-attorney spokesperson.
Looking for new or used golf clubs and balls? Stop by T&D Golf at 4205 West Waters Avenue, a half mile west of Dale Mabry. Brand name clubs at discount prices. T&D has the best repair facility with the largest selection of grips in stock. Hundreds of sets of gently used clubs, a large selection of putters and wedges, and the best selection of quality used golf balls in Florida. Open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. T&D Golf at 4205 West Waters Avenue, a half mile west of Dale Mabry.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Welcome back to the home team. Glad to have you with us. And coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to be talking with Pastor Craig Altman, the senior pastor at Grace Family Church, the church that I attend. And by the way, we look forward to talking with him. And just got some information for those of you that want to bid on something. The way that we'll be able to do that is you just send a PM message on the Facebook page, Reach Out, Speak Out. Go to Reach Out, Speak Out on Facebook and send a message as to what it is you'd like to bid on and what your bid is. And we will be keeping a running bid by listing the most current bid. So we'll say the bid is at $700 now for the Zamboni. What would you like to bid? So that's the way that will work. So even if you can't attend the auction, you can still bid on every item that is in the auction by going to the Facebook page for Reach Out, Speak Out. Let's do this. Let's hear from Baker Mayfield, who talked about the fact that Denver has some pretty good cornerbacks that he's going to be dealing with tomorrow afternoon.
And that's what a guy like Pat Surtain can offer a defense. It is true one-on-one, shut one side of the field down. He's that type of player. He's got unbelievable ball skills, can run with guys, understands concepts, and can read the patterns really well. So, he's a guy he's going to have his PBUs and make plays on the ball, but we have to design things to be able to get Mike some matchups other than just him. But also we trust Mike in one-on-one scenarios regardless.
And the aforementioned Mike Evans says that he's getting a lot of help from Chris Godwin.
He's one of the best receivers in the world. Glad that we have him. I've been seeing him work since he's been a rookie. I mean, he's a do-it-all guy, unselfish, can block, can do everything. Right after catch, he's looking really good this year, too.
So the Bucs try and make it 3 in a row tomorrow, and they will be doing that against the Denver Broncos as a 7.5-point favorite. And Mike Evans talked about that 2-0 start.
That's the start we wanted to be on, undefeated to start. Another opportunity here to keep it going. Got a tough team coming in. It's going to play really, really hard, so we got to match that image.
Baker Mayfield finished it up by saying that things overall better than he ever expected.
For me, this is what I wanted. This is the group that, taking a chance to come here, understanding the pieces that I had and the potential that this group can have. So for me, there's a lot of low moments last year. So for me, it could have been even better. It's never about the individual stats anyway. It's just about trying to find ways to win. But it's been awesome so far.
So there you go. And we're going to be going to Marshall momentarily, so stand by for that. But I like what I'm hearing, Darren, from the Bucs, Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans, 2 key players on the team. And I like what I'm hearing from both of them.
Oh, I agree. What's impressed me the most is the maturity level of Baker Mayfield now. I mean, he really has matured. He's grown up. And I think we're seeing that change on the field as well and the way he approaches the game. He's found a place that he's happy, and he is playing very well. And I've been impressed that, we've got Mike Evans, but we also have Godwin on the other side. So that helps, in terms of getting those play. But, White has been doing a decent job running the ball as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, overall, the offense has been playing extremely well. It's been very balanced. And I think that's been a good thing and very positive on the scoreboard as well for the Bucs. Now, if we can just keep the defense healthy, which has been a struggle already this year after 2 weeks, I mean, we just got to get some of those defensive backs, healthy and back on the field. And it looked like Vita Vea is back on the practice.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to play tomorrow.
Oh, he's not going to play?
No, I think he will be available for the Eagles game.
Okay.
So,
but again, our defense, injuries.
Mm-hmm. Don from St. Petersburg has the Bucs winning 22-17 over Denver and leading 10-3 at halftime. He also has Miami defeating USF 32-17 and leading 13-7 at halftime. So that's how Don in St. Petersburg sees it. Marshall has joined us. Hello, Marshall. You're on the home team.
Good morning, guys. How we doing?
Doing fine, thank you, Marshall.
Hey, I'm glad I got through. I kind of hear echoes and everything else. I know you're having some issues, so
yeah,
but at least I got through.
We got our backup phone system working here.
No worries. This team has just got the it factor this year, don't you think? I mean, they just seem to have playing for each other, having fun. It just looks all good right now. I just hope they can continue it against an inferior opponent. They that's what you hope, is that you just don't have a letdown, because in the NFL, anybody can beat anybody on any weekend.
That's true. And I think one thing they have going for them, though, is that it's still very early. We're in the first quarter of the season, and it's still very early, and it's not like they're 7-1 and playing a weak opponent and looking ahead to a stronger opponent. I think they're going to be focused tomorrow, and they really would like to get off to that 3-0 start.
Yeah, I do too. I'm going to take the Bucks. I'm going to go 24-16.
Okay.
And I'll take Miami, but I think USF's going to give them all they want. I'm going to go 31-23.
All right, and I need the halftime scores for both games.
We'll go 21-10 for Miami, and for the Bucks, we'll go 17-6.
All right, very good. Got you down. Marshall, great opportunity.
Hockey
That's
just around the corner, Paulie.
What's that?
I said hockey just around the corner.
That's right. Tuesday night is the first preseason game. Then they'll play Wednesday night over at the Kia Center in Orlando, and then come back for a Friday night game. So they've got 3 games coming up this week in preseason for the Lightning. But what do you think about that Zamboni ride?
What's that?
I said, what do you think about that Zamboni ride? It's going to be available at our Reach Out, Speak Out auction. Great opportunity.
I think that's that's an unbelievably great opportunity. So much fun. Everybody seems that when they get on that thing are having a great time. It just seems like a blast.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really amazing. I'm happy.
They're shooting off T-shirts and all kinds of things. So it's a lot of fun. Again, it's available on that Purple Passion Reach Out, Speak Out silent auction. And I'm very happy to be able to announce that you will be able to bid on that even if you're not going to the auction. Just go to the Facebook page for Reach Out, Speak Out and put your bid in a private message and what you want to bid on and how much. And we will keep that updated to let you know what the minimum bid is. So good opportunity, even if you can't make it.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right, Marshall. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. All right. We need to hit a break, and then we will come back with more of the home team. Stay with us on the TAN Talk Radio Network, AM 1340 and 1350, FM 106.1, 102.3, and Facebook Live.
This is the TAN Talk Radio Network.
Honest Mahoney's. That's what people have been calling LZ Mahoney for more than 35 years. Honest LZ Mahoney. The name really says it all. Mahoney's Auto Repair is a place you can trust. In fact, it was some of his loyal customers that came up with the name. Generations of people who've been taking their cars to 4040 54th Avenue North for 3.5 decades. Do you need some work done on your car? If his loyal customers call him Honest Mahoney's, that should tell you something right there. The next time you need work done on your car, take it to my friend LZ Mahoney's. He's been a part of the home team for nearly 20 years. Mahoney's Auto Repair. Or just remember Honest Mahoney's. 4040 54th Avenue North in St. Petersburg. A place that people have called home for more than 35 years. Honest Mahoney's. 4040 54th Avenue North in St. Petersburg. Sooner or later, you're going to need a plumber. It's just a fact of life. Want somebody honest and reliable? The plumber I use is the Bearded Plumber. I've known Thomas since his high school days and now is an established plumber who offers 24-hour-a-day full service because plumbing emergencies don't wait. Keep this number handy. You know you're going to need it. It's 866-882-3273. The Bearded Plumber, 866-882-3273. One of the questions I'm often asked is, how do you do it? With my busy schedule of working for the Lightning, Magic, Buccaneers, and the home team, I need to be in very good health. One person I have to thank for keeping me in good health for years is Dr. Troy Stirk of Stirk Family Medicine. He's helped me keep my blood pressure in check, my heart running smoothly, and an overall healthy feeling that is confirmed by my lab results. If you're looking for a good family physician, I heartily recommend Dr. Troy Stirk at Stirk Family Medicine. You can reach his office at 813-264-7922. That's 813-264-7922. I'll tell you, Dr. Stirk is fantastic. And I'm sure you'll feel the same way if you become one of his patients. So now that you know my secret to staying healthy with a busy schedule, it's your turn. Call Dr. Troy Stirk at Stirk Family Medicine, 813-264-7922. My new windows from FAS Windows and Doors are in. I couldn't be happier with the job they did, from measuring perfectly to prompt and exact installation. How did I choose FAS over all the other window companies? I've known Ernie and John Wilding for nearly 20 years. They're father and son and started FAS Windows and Doors way back in 2005. In fact, FAS actually stands for Father and Son. They are Central and West Central Florida's largest volume window and door dealer, with showrooms and distribution facilities in both Tampa and Orlando. As you know, I never endorse a product or service unless I've used them or thoroughly researched them. Their objective is providing the best quality windows and doors on the market at reasonable prices with a customer service level that is unsurpassed in the industry. Never an obligation when you call 866-737-7173 or visit them on the internet at faswd.com or call 866-737-7137. You'll be glad you did. I sure am. Thank you for all the support so many of you have shown Reach Out, Speak Out. I have an opportunity for you to greatly help Reach Out, Speak Out. On Sunday, October 6th, we'll be holding our 9th annual Purple Passion Silent Auction. It's our largest fundraiser of the year as we continue to help victims of domestic violence. We're looking for cash donations and donations of items for our auction. If you can help, or better yet, attend, please email me at paannouncer1@yahoo.com. That's paannouncer1@yahoo.com. Purple Passion, Sunday, October 6th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. at the New Identities Hair Salon, 15305 Amberley Drive in New Tampa. Happy 60th birthday, Cambridge Christian School. Hi, everyone. I'm Paul Porter, voice of the Lightning, here to tell you about the exciting growth happening here at CCS. Coming this fall is our state-of-the-art 45,000 square foot high school and STEM lab. For over 60 years, Cambridge Christian's award-winning academics, athletics, and the arts has been changing the way you think about Christian education. Visit us today at ccslancers.com.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Welcome back to our final segment of the home team. So glad to have you with us. And we are finishing up with a bang because we have a guy that I have tons of respect for and that I am so happy to be a member of the church that he started many years ago. But it's grown to so much. And that is Pastor Craig Altman from Grace Family Church. Pastor Craig, thanks for taking the time to be on the home team with us today.
Oh, man, I'm excited to be here. Buck weekend. Things are good.
We've got a lot going on, that's for sure. And of course, USF tonight. That's a game that's getting a lot of attention, USF and Miami.
Yeah, it'll be a big game.
Absolutely. Well, Pastor Craig, we are so happy to have you on. And I was out doing a recording session with you and Pastor Chris this past week. And we've got some messages that are going to be starting up next month because Grace Family Church has really become a staple here in the Tampa Bay area with 8 locations. You've really grown this. And now you're in Pinellas County, right in the Clearwater Largo area.
Yeah, we're excited, man. It's just God's doing some great things.
Absolutely. What is the thought behind Grace Family Church? I know you mentioned during the interview I did with you that it's non-denominational. It's really available for anybody.
Yeah, well, the thought is I wasn't raised in the Christian church or home. I was a heathen in Tampa, partied most of my life, and one day I had this dramatic experience in conversion. And I just always have a heart for people who've never been to church before. So we gear a lot of what we do to connect to people who maybe have never been.
Talk about the series that is running right now at Grace Family Church, Pastor Craig. It's all about truth. And tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in a world that's trying to figure out what is truth. You know, this idea of my truth versus the truth. And we just believe that the Bible is the truth, the blueprint for a good life. And when we live God's way, we're going to have an abundant life. So we kind of get excited about it.
I walked into the Ybor campus, the one that I attend normally, and they handed me a card that said 2 + 2 = 5. And I thought, okay, what is this all about? And what are they going to be talking about this week? But it's just perception, and that's really what you're talking about. God's truth versus what some people think is the truth.
Absolutely. My truth is based on feelings. And sometimes people, even though we know it's 4, we think 2 + 2 = 5 because, well, this is how I feel. You know, my truth is subjective. God's truth is absolute. And that's what we try to remember.
I always enjoy hearing the story about Tony Dungy. Everybody knows Tony Dungy as a former Bucks coach and former Colts coach and now NBC commentator. But he was given a very different opportunity when he first offered to do something with Grace. Tell us about that.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Tony's such a well-known figure, but he wants to serve at his local church. And he said, hey, I'll serve anywhere. So we put him in traffic control. That didn't work very well because as people were driving in, they saw Tony Dungy directing traffic. Everyone stopped, and it just created more traffic. So we had to fire him from his first volunteer job.
And, of course, he does so much with the church now and his teaching ministry and all of that. Certainly fortunate to have Tony. Absolutely.
Yeah, he leads a Bible study now on Wednesday nights, and I tell you, he knows the playbook, but I tell you, he knows God's playbook a lot better. He does a great job teaching for us.
Absolutely. And such a humble guy. You mentioned that he was willing to do anything, and he didn't come in and say, I want to do this and I have to do this. He just willing to take anything.
He really is. I mean, he's not a diva. He's just a regular guy. He comes in with this big pink diaper bag. You know, they were big into adoption and foster care. And he's just a great father, great man, has his feet on the ground. I tell you, what a great example to all of us.
Absolutely. You now have 8 campuses. Since the last time we've had you on the air, you've added another campus, and that one is at Suncoast. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you know, we try to go into areas where people don't want to drive further than 30 minutes anymore to go to church. So we kind of try to put them in different areas where there's a lot of growth. So Suncoast and 54 is our newest campus. It's exciting. It's just going really well, and it's one of our smaller campuses. So if you like a little smaller feel, it's a great place to start.
All right, very good. It sounds like you're in the middle of a game there, Pastor Craig.
Yeah, my grandkids are playing tackle football, and for the first time, and my grandson just scored an 80-yard touchdown run. So I'm
wow.
really excited.
Well, congratulations to your grandson. Absolutely. Well, Pastor Craig, thank you so much for being part of the home team, and we appreciate the help from my Grace Family Church, and thank you so much for all that you're doing in my life.
Hey, Paul, we're excited about your show and what you do, and you're a great light to the community, and appreciate you.
All right. Thanks so much, and I'll let you get back to the game.
God bless you. All right. Take care.
Thank you, Pastor Craig. Well, he was right in the middle of it.
Yeah,
I knew
exactly.
something was happening, right?
You could hear the crowd, and, here it's his grandson going 80-some yards for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And he was very calm and cool about it, but everybody around him was not.
Yeah, you could hear all the crowd cheering, and he's probably rooting him on as he's trying to talk intelligently on the radio. So it's been kind of that day, that kind of a day. I want to thank Pastor Craig for coming on. Also, thanks to Gordy Zimmerman for joining us from Iceman LLC. And the time has arrived. It's our turn to make our predictions on USF in Miami and the Bucks in Denver. Matt, we're going to start with you. Let's start with USF and Miami tonight.
You want halftime scores for both games, correct?
Correct, yes.
All right, so give me 31-21 Miami.
Okay.
14-7 Miami at the half.
All right.
And as far as Sunday is concerned, 31-10 Bucks.
Wow, you got them winning big.
14-0 at half.
All right.
And you can take that shirt off right now after that pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those that can't see me, I'm wearing a USF shirt.
All right.
Yeah, you must take it off now. Leave it on the pole.
Yes, sir.
Well, Darren, how do you feel about it? What do you see as far as USF and Miami?
I think it's going to be a very close game. And I'm going to take the Bulls to win. I will keep my shirt on. Thank you. And
we appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure all the audience on Facebook does too. And I'm going to take it at 34-31.
Okay. And halftime?
I'm going to go 17-14 with USF in the lead.
All right. And the Bucks and the Denver Broncos.
I think the Bucks have a big day. I'm going to go 34-10 Bucks for the final.
All right.
And at half, it's going to be 21-7.
21-7. All right. I have Miami winning tonight. I'm sorry, but that's the way I see it.
Okay.
38-24, leading 17-14 at halftime, and then USF hits a bit of a slump in the fourth quarter as they did with Alabama. Hope I'm wrong, but and I have the Bucks winning tomorrow in a close one, 24-20, and 17-13 at halftime.
So you think it is a trap game if you think it's that close?
I think it's Denver is going to be tougher than people think they're going to be.
Nah.
We'll see what happens. Hey, Darren, thanks for joining us and filling in for Jason.
Oh, it's my pleasure, but they're always big shoes to fill.
All right. Matt, thank you for your work at the space station there.
Sure, happy to help.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
And Big Ed, thank you.
And Big Ed, a big thanks to him. Jason will be joined by Dave Papa next Saturday at 9 o'clock right here on the home team on the Tan Talk Radio Network, AM 1340 and 1350, FM 106.1, 102.3, and Facebook Live.